Hello, Pally.
Today is Wednesday, February 27th, 2019.
And InFocus starts right now. Latest updates on the crisis happening in Venezuela.
And the potential issues for the president's national emergency. All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to InFocus. I'm Manisha Sharma.
And I'm Maddie Drucker.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here are some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
Students who have completed 100 or more hours of community service within a period of 12 months can submit their hours for a President's Volunteer Service Award. To complete your submission, go to the site on your screen and email any questions to klarson@pausc.org. Pally's annual Career Speakers Series started this week and will continue until Friday, March 8th. Tomorrow's speaker is Jeffrey Ball, an environment lecturer, and he will be speaking in the MAC during lunch.
Seniors, don't forget to sign up for this year's game of elimination. Further details can be found on your Schoology and class Facebook pages. Sign-ups are supposed to have ended already, but submissions are still being accepted. If interested in playing, seniors should sign up ASAP. Prom tickets are now going on sale. If you plan on going, please go to the ASB web store or Miss Giffin's office in the Tower Building. If you want to bring someone from another school, you must fill out a guest pass form from the same place in the office. Ticket sales end March 27th. Pally Theater is putting on its spring show in just a couple of weeks. The show is Guys and Dolls and will be starring some of Pally's incredible students from all grades. The performance dates start on March 8th and run during the weekends until March 17th. Tickets are $10 for students and $15 for adults.
Moving on now from what's going on campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
Venezuela's self-declared interim president and opposition leader Juan Guaido met with Vice President Mike Pence in the Colombian capital Bogota Monday following a weekend of deadly violence at the Venezuelan border. Fresh violence erupted after the Venezuelan military blocked food and supplies from crossing the border from Colombia. The Colombian foreign minister said 285 people were hurt and 37 were hospitalized after the Venezuelan National Guard fired tear gas and rubber bullets at protesters near the Colombian border Saturday. Pence voiced the United States' unwavering support for interim president Juan Guaido and highlighted the Venezuelan people's fight for democracy over dictatorship.
The House passed a measure to block President Trump's effort to build a wall on the southern border through his emergency powers. The vote was 245 to 182. 13 Republicans voted with Democrats to pass the measure. The votes in favor of the resolution fell short of the two-thirds of the chamber needed to override a presidential veto. Trump has issued a veto threat on the measure. The resolution now moves over to the Senate, where it must be brought to the floor for a vote within the next 18 days.
Michael Cohen, the president's former attorney, completed his renunciation of President Trump during an explosive congressional hearing today that left no room for reconciliation. He called his former boss a racist, testifying he was aware of an advisor's talks with WikiLeaks about stolen Democratic emails during the 2016 campaign, and alleging he oversaw an array of illicit schemes during the 10 years they worked together. Yet Cohen stopped short of saying he had any evidence that Trump's presidential campaign colluded with Russia in 2016, asserting he had only suspicions. And Republicans on the House Oversight Committee repeatedly struck at Cohen's credibility, pointing out that he is a convicted liar and suggesting he only turned on Trump after not landing a White House job. The fiery testimony marked a remarkable turn for someone who once claimed he'd be willing to take a bullet for Trump. Let's shift away from news of today as we head over to our installment of Today in History.
And Noor Naved, our very own resident historian, has been learning more about what happened today in history.
What do you have for us today, Noor?
Thanks, Maddie and Anushka. On this day in 1883, William B. Purvis of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, received patent number 273-149 for a self-inking hand stamp. It was specifically designed for postage stamp cancellation and dating the envelope simultaneously. Over his lifetime, Purvis received 10 additional patents. He is also believed to have invented, but did not patent, several other devices. Little else is known of Purvis's life. That's all from me. Back to you guys.
Now onto the world of Pally sports.
Max Bonsoder is in the studio now with the latest in Pally sports news. Max, anything interesting happening with the Pally teams this week?
The definitely is. Pally boys and girls basketball teams played in the first round of the state championship tournament yesterday. The boys varsity team won 68-62 against Sonora. The varsity girls drove all the way to Oregon and won their CIF state championship playoff game against Del Norte 75-70. Today, girls varsity softball is at home facing Gunderson at 3:30. Also, boys varsity baseball plays in the Wilcox tournament today at 4 in Santa Clara. Finally, boys lacrosse is at home battling Bellarmine at 7 o'clock. Maddie, it was so cold outside yesterday, and okay. All right, back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that. Maddie, it was so cold outside yesterday, and it feels like we're not very close to spring.
Yeah, I agree. I had to put on a sweatshirt and a rain jacket just to stay warm in the wind. Ingrid Pachos in the studio now with today's weather report. Oh, I guess we're ending here, so that's all for today,
That's
Pally.
all for today. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with some more news, and
That's all from us.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.